What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's me, and the only place to be is D Glizzy. You catch my steed. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really appreciate everybody's support. I know I haven't been consistent with my uploads, but I'm gonna start getting into the habit of being more consistent with these uploads. But you guys see the title, you see the thumbnail. We're gonna go ahead and get into it, and I'm gonna just break it down. So this video is gonna be kind of long. Just stick with the video and just watch the whole thing. And yeah, I just appreciate any support that I can get, because yeah, it's been a weird time. So let's go ahead and just get into the video. So October of last year, I got on with this company here in Las Vegas, and basically do low voltage work. So like your Cat 5, Cat 6, fiber, you know, all those type of things. I'm basically like Cox. So I do internet, phone, all that good stuff. So I came on with this company, and I was really looking to be with a company that not only cares about their employees. I was really looking for a company, you know, with these. Oh my gosh, I can't speak English. With these type of attributes. So yeah, it was a no-brainer to go ahead and just sign that acceptance letter. So it was myself and two other gentlemen who were African American, and I think there was like two people. One person was he was Asian, and then the other gentleman was white. And all of us, like, we were super cool, we're super tight. Probably within the first month of me actually being there. So you know, everything was cool, and you know, like every other job, there's always work drama, right? Like things come up, like things get rocky, stuff like that. Things happen, and people talk. So me, just getting hired on, you know, probably within like the end of my first month to like the beginning of my second month, there was definitely some work drama going on. I think there was a lot of animosity, for sure. Just a lot of animosity, just drama, people saying this, people saying that, people doing this, people doing that. So at the time, I was like, you know what, I think it's time for me to just go ahead and just, you know, bounce out and look for another company. But I was like, you know what, let me just relax, calm down, and just stick it out and just see what happens. Now, with all the work drama and all that, I was just really thinking about, you know, what's my next step. And I know I wanted to travel, so fortunately for me, I got to travel. I got to go to Memphis, Tennessee. I've been to Florida. I've been to Philadelphia twice. Where else have I gone? I've been to a few other places, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, so one of my coworkers who left the company shortly after I just got on, he was kind of telling me some things, some racial things that have happened in the company, and so the director that now of my company, so I guess my old coworker had said, you know, when he was at their headquarters in North Carolina, that you know, this gentleman had on his motorcycle cut. And if you don't know what a cut is, that's your color. So your vest with your name, you know, who you represent, and then obviously, you know, who you ride with on the back, whatever. So he told me, you know, this gentleman had the Confederate flag on his cut, and you know, he was kind of making like some weird and kind of strange comments. So you know, my coworker was like, you know, he was cool, like he was gonna just like laugh and respect him, but like he wasn't really fucking with him like that. So now that you know that, let's go ahead and talk about what happened to me in December of last year and what happened to me recently. So December of last year, I was in Philadelphia. I was there for 2 weeks. You know, I was just working every single day. And remember, I had mentioned the gentleman that he was the director of in the company. So he was there. So it was myself, him, and then another installer. Him and I were real cool. He was a very nice gentleman. He took us out to eat like for 2 nights, and we talked, we laughed, we just had a good time. It wasn't really work, work, work all the time. Like we talk about life and cars and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it was like my second week there, right? And he was like, "Well, hold on." So I'm trying to get this cable out of a mess because it's all tangled up. So I'm doing my thing, minding my business, whatever, and so a police siren goes by, right? So the police siren goes by, and this dude goes, "Oh, they're coming after you, Dallin. You better run." So I start laughing, but really in my head, I'm thinking like, bro, like this man really just said that. Like, does he not understand? Like him and I, we're not cool like that. Like, bro, don't joke with me like that. Like, we're not homies. That's not something you say. Like, I don't care if you do that back home, but with me, brother, hey, chill out now. I don't float that way, big dog. I don't roll like that. So that happened, and I just felt uncomfortable. So what I did was I texted my manager at the time, and he was black as well. I told him, the situation, what had happened, and he told me, something similar kind of happened to him, but he kind of brushed it off because, being that the company is based out of North Carolina, some of the people and individuals, I mean, I'm gonna keep it hot. Like they're just racist and they're ignorant. Like they don't really understand. Maybe they don't mean it, but maybe they do mean it. I don't know. Anyways, told him what happened. He's like, "Yeah, same thing happened to me, bro. Like, what do you want to do about it?" And I said, "Well, I mean, I feel uncomfortable. Like, if I can leave, then get me up out of here, cause I ain't trying to do all this." And he was like, "Well, if you only got like 4 days left, just stick it out." He said, "I'll tell one of the other directors in the company what happened. We'll keep it under wraps until you get back, and then we can have a conversation about it." I was like, "Okay, cool, sounds good." So I came back. Nothing really happened. It was kind of like on the hush hush because I didn't really want to make it a big deal, especially like if I'm still there, and then like I tell him, "Hey, like, nah, don't say that. Like, I ain't cool like that." Like, it would have been like weird and awkward. So I figured I'd prefer to wait until I get back home and like just let things kind of settle and all that good stuff. So yeah, that happened, and let's go ahead and talk about what happened to me about 3 weeks ago. Alrighty, so on a Wednesday morning, 3 weeks ago, Wednesday morning, I was going out to Philadelphia, and I landed. When was it? Wednesday evening their time, so it was around like 6. It was like 6:46. So I landed, got off the plane. One of my coworkers from Vegas, he picked me up, took me to the Airbnb. Now I didn't know that it was only a 3-room Airbnb, and they had 3 rooms, right? And I was like, okay, like whatever. So instead of me sleeping on the couch, they said it was hella uncomfortable, and I was like, all right, whatever. But I was gonna take the couch because I'm a grown ass man. Like, I'm not finna sleep on the floor in a room with another dude. Like, no, that's weird. So this man, one of the gentlemen, he had his shirt off. Feet was all out and all that, sitting on the couch. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'm not sleeping on that thing. I'll sleep on the floor. So here I am, grown ass man, sleeping on the floor with a pillow, a comforter, and a blanket, and I got all my stuff in the corner. Like, bro, what? So I was like, you know what? Whatever. This is never gonna happen again, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So, boom. Now it's Thursday morning. We go to work. I properly introduce myself to everybody. Everything was cool. It was working. We're just getting the job done. Like, whatever. So after work is over, one of the gentlemen told my coworker from Vegas. He was like, "Hey, bro, like, do you want to go to such and such place after work?" He was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Hey, Dallin, do you want to go?" I was like, "Sure." I didn't know where they were going, but I was like, whatever. Like, we're out here in Philly, so we might as well. I might as well. So boom, we go to the place or whatever, and we're coming down the street, and the gentleman that's driving, he cuts this dude off, right? And the dude just happened to be black, right? And so the dude that he cut off, he honks his horn, and he was like, "This is what he said." I don't know if YouTube is gonna take this down or whatever, but just be warned. Um, so the dude that was driving, he said, "Fuck you, nigger. Now I'm gonna drive slow." Right? So he says that, and I'm in the back seat, and I'm like trying to register, like, yo, did this man really just say that? But then I think it came back full circle when he turned around and he was like, "Oh, no offense to you, Dallin," and then he starts laughing, and then my coworker from Vegas starts laughing. I'm like, okay, yeah, he really said that right now. So you got two white males and you have one African American male in the back of the car. So I'm just trying to register, like, yo, like this really happened. I'm like, dang. Okay. So one of my supervisors in the company texted me immediately, "Hey, this is what happened. This is the situation. I'm sorry, but once I need to get back to Vegas, and I'll stick with the company until I find another job." That's what I told him in the text message. And he was upset. He really had my back, for real. He was like, "You know what? Like," he's like, "I'm sorry that this happened. Like, this and that." He was saying a whole bunch of stuff, whatever. So next it's Thursday, yeah, Thursday afternoon, and then rolled over into Friday morning, right? So Friday morning, he was able to get me a flight and all that good stuff, and so I woke up in the morning. Three gentlemen, they were like, "Man, like, this company's stupid. Like, they flew you out here just for a day. Like, they don't make sense, blah, blah, blah. Like, if they were just going to do that, you should have just stayed home." And I was like, yeah, just like playing along, knowing like I actually know why I'm leaving. And they were just bashing the company, quite honestly. I was like, damn, like, okay, like, whatever. So I get in the car with my coworker from Vegas, and he takes me to the airport. And I'm just really like, at first I was like, it's cool. Like, I told my girlfriend about the situation. I was like, it's cool. Like, some people are just ignorant, like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But like, as time went on, like, inside, like, I felt like so uncomfortable and very angry. So I get a call from the HR person. So let me tell you guys something real quick. So my company that I was working for got bought out by a multi-billion-dollar company. So now I'm talking to like an HR person at the very top of the food chain, if per se, or you can say. So I got a call. She's like, "Hey, my name is blah blah blah. From the HR department. I heard there's this situation. Is this a good time to talk?" I said, "No, this is not a good time to talk." She's like, "Okay, give me a call when you have the opportunity." I said, "Okay, cool." So, boom. I get on the plane, and then, I get on the plane for my second flight, and then once I got home, I was just chilling, whatever. And I was just thinking about the whole situation, and I finally gave the HR lady a call. I told her everything that happened in December of last year with the director in our company. I told him about the little joke that he had made, and then after that, I told her about the most recent situation that happened in Philadelphia about 3 weeks ago. So I told her everything, gave her names, dates, all this stuff, right? So boom, she's like, "Okay, we're gonna go ahead and launch an investigation and see what we can do about it." I said, "Okay, cool." So boom, I get a call from her probably like a few days later. I think it was next week. She was like, hey, the situation's been handled. We can't really specify and tell you what exactly happened, but the situation has been handled. I know that you were considering looking for other work until you know, you kind of get myself together, really, because like I said, I was gonna stay with the company until I found another job, right? So I told the HR lady, you know, I'm still open. I told her before she launched the investigation and asked me about what happened. I said, you know, I'm open to seeing what happens, and you know, if things are cool, I'll stay. But if not, you know, I'll have to leave. And she said, okay. So boom, tells me about the investigation. Says she can't really give me details, whatever, blah blah blah, whatever. Cool. So one of my supervisors, I texted him. I was like, you know, do you know like what happened? I know you were involved in the investigation, all that good stuff. He was like, I can't tell you. I was like, okay, cool. I said, you know, I'm looking to take some time off. Can you let me know, you know, if I have any paid time off or unpaid time off? He's like, yeah, I'll give you a call once I'm done here. I said, okay, cool. So I never got a call or a text back from him. So I was like, all right, whatever. So given the situation, I was very upset and I was kind of sad, but angry as well, frustrated. I was all over the place for sure. So so I clocked into work on a Monday, and I went to the office. You know, I clocked in, and then you know I left early. I was like, man, I ain't finna stay here and do this, man. So after that, you know, I left, and then the rest of the week I didn't go to work. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I ain't going to work. I'm not doing it. So I didn't go to work, but what I was doing is clocking in from home and then clocking out, which obviously can't do that. That's one, you're stealing hours, and two, that's a violation of company policy or their company policy. Maybe that applies everywhere, but yeah, that's what I was doing. So I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm not doing it. Whatever. I'm not working. I'm not gonna even. I didn't even put on the uniform. Like that's how disgusted I felt with this company. I'm like, I'm not even gonna put on this uniform. Like you can forget it. So boom, whatever. So, you know, I had drill, right? And you know, as you guys know, I'm in the Army Reserve. So I had a Friday through Sunday drill, but on my schedule that I gave them, it said it was only a Saturday Sunday drill. So I was like, okay. So what I did was, instead of leaving, you know, well, I couldn't leave on Friday if it was a Friday through Sunday drill. But anyways, so what I did was I clocked in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I didn't clock in at all on Thursday. Why? Because on Thursday, I could have clocked in, but I didn't want to because it was technically supposed to be in my half day. Anyways, I could have clocked in. I didn't clock in because I drove from Las Vegas, Nevada to San Diego to go to drill, right? So I didn't clock in at all. So I go to drill, do my thing. I come back, and then I get a call. Oh, I get a text from one of my coworkers. He was like, "Hey, you know, such and such is looking for you. Um, you know, they asked if you were at the office. I said that you were here, you know, on Monday." I was like, "Okay, cool. I appreciate you, bro. Get dressed, go to the office, and guess who it is? The director that had said what he had said in Philly." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Like he's here. Like we gonna hash this out. I'm gonna let it be known like what it is and what it's not." So him and I sit down, have a conversation. He was like, you know, I understand where you're coming from. I can't say, you know, I've been in your shoes because I haven't. It should have never happened. If I was there, it would have never happened. You know, you're a good guy. You serve our country. You're not a bad person. You know, we're not going to fire you. Then he said, but I want you to understand that you have to understand where I'm coming. He said he can't really give me anything about what happened, but he did kind of spill the beans and said, yeah, dude got fired. And, you know, it's kind of a good thing that it happened because there's a new policy in place saying that if someone uses that word, they get fired immediately. He was saying, but you got to understand where I'm coming from because I lost two of my guys. And I already knew that both of them were already in his biker club because I was told I was told that by those two people. So I was like, okay, cool, like whatever. So obviously he felt some type of way because one got fired, the other one decided to just walk away. And then he was saying like people in the company feel uncomfortable working around certain people. And in my head, I just told him flat out like if people have some type of prejudice or they're racist, like shut the fuck up. Like don't say nothing, keep it to yourself, be respectful, be cool, get the job done, go home. Like that's what it is. And then he was like, yeah, I agree. And from there, he was like, well, I don't have anything else for you, but I do appreciate you, saying something. He said, I apologize for the joke I made. It wasn't racially charged, even though we know that it was. Anyways, so he's like, yeah. And I asked him, I was like, so do I need to be here or can I go home? He was like, yeah, you can go home. So I was like, all right, cool. So boom, I go home, chilling, whatever. And then I was like, whatever, cool. So boom, I go to sleep, and then I wake up. It's the next morning, Tuesday morning. I get a call from the HR person. She's like, hey, it's the HR lady, blah 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 blah. Did you ever get your time off? I said no. I texted my manager about it, but yeah, I didn't hear anything back from him. And she was like, well, did you look into that resource I told you about? I said no, I did not. She was like, okay. She was like, we're having a difficulty or some miscommunication with your hours. Can you kind of explain, like, what happened? I told her flat out, I know that I was wrong in this. And she said, what happened was I was clocking in from home because I was upset about the situation. I didn't see a point in going to the office considering what happened. She's like, okay, I understand. Let me take this to the HR lady of your company and we'll hash it out. And so it gives me a call back. She was like, well, because they're saying that you didn't clock in on Thursday and that you turned the GPS off on your time app. The way that the time app works is you have to clock in order for the time app to track your location so the company actually knows where you are. So how could I have turned off the time app on my phone? Didn't make any sense, right? So she was like, yeah, what they're gonna do, they're gonna pay you up until Wednesday, and because you didn't clock in on Thursday and you were clocking in from home the rest of the week, they're gonna have to fire you. And I was like, okay, like that's fine, whatever. Like it was actually kind of funny because it's like, bro, they're just over here making stuff up. Like, was I clocking in from home? Absolutely. But to say I turned my GPS off on my timesheet app on my phone, bro, they know you have to be clocked in order for them to track your location so they know where you're at. Like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. So I was like, all right, whatever. Like, it's cool. I kind of wanted to stay to, get like an extra check or two, but it's whatever. Fuck y'all. So I was like, all right. And yeah, so I got fired from the company, and I just been chilling for real. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and talk about everything that's kind of transpired since I got fired. So it's kind of crazy because was I in the wrong for clocking in from home? Absolutely. But when someone tells you to your face, I'm not gonna fire you. You're a good person and this and that, but then the next day you get fired. It's like, all right, bro. Like if you were gonna fire me, you should have just told me like right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is, whatever. But like right now, like I'm still angry. Like for real, it's like why can't, like we're in 2022. Like why are people saying, doing and thinking like stupid shit? Like why are we being racist? Why are we being prejudiced towards other people? Like who cares if I'm black and you're white? Who cares if you're Latino and you're Asian? Who cares if you're Indian? Like bro, like why do people gotta be on like bullshit? You feel what I'm saying? Like why can't we just be cool and just have a common interest? Like why does Like, why do you have to be racist? Like, I don't understand it. I really don't get it. And like, just being like, I'm 22 years old. Like, I'm an African American male. I'm 22, and I don't even know how to operate in life in general. Being an African American male, like, I don't like. I feel like I always have to be proper. I feel like I always have to dress a certain way so people don't have a certain thought, or maybe like a misconception or a stereotype about me. Because most people who actually know me know that, like, I'm pretty cool. I'm a very nice person. I'm very open, funny, like, talk about cars, like, all that stuff. But like, I feel like, going out into the world and, being viewed and seen by other, let me turn this off, being seen by other, just white people for real. Like, I feel like when they see me, it's like, they look at me and like clench. Like, this lady, I remember this one time I was at the mall. This lady literally clenched her purse when I was walking behind her, and I was with someone else. I was with my girlfriend in the mall. This lady was literally clenching her purse. Like, bro, I don't want your fucking purse. If I wanted it, I could just go buy it. Like, come on. The world is crazy, and we're in 2022. Like, and it's wild because I don't know how to I don't know how to operate, how to act, and how to be. And like, maybe most people will say, just be yourself and all that good stuff. And it's like, I want to be myself, but it's just like, bro, like, it's hard when your skin is black and people already have like these misconceptions and stereotypes about you. Like, it's crazy. It really is, and it's a very, very unfortunate situation, to say the least. So yeah, man, I've been trying to figure out, like, just how to move forward and figure out just how to be myself, or maybe a better version of myself and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, that's really it. That's all I really got. With this whole story, comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you say some negative shit, I'm deleting your comment. Like, I know, for my supporters, y'all ain't gonna be saying some stupid shit. I feel like for the most part, y'all are on my side and y'all can agree. But, I'm pretty sure that, some people might see this video and they might comment and say some dumb shit. Like, whatever, bro. Like, I don't have time to entertain you, bro. But yeah, man, that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. I know this was a long video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Like I said, I'm gonna get more consistent with these uploads, bring you guys more car content. I'm trying to upload, certain videos that you guys will actually like and enjoy. But being that, my channel is pretty much revolves around cars, I'd rather have a car that I can talk about and show you guys and all that good stuff. But when you don't, my content is a little bit limited. Guys, my battery keeps dying, and, I just want to get this video out to y'all, edit and all that good stuff. But to pick up where I left off at, hopefully by the end of next month or the month after that, we should have I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all, we should have the Hellcat Red Eye on the channel. So we're going to shoot for it, and if we don't get it, all good. We're going to get something else, and I think you guys will like that as well. So without further ado, it's been D Glizzy. Stay the course, stay blessed, chase your dreams, don't give up, don't give a fuck, and yeah, I will catch you guys in the next upload. Peace.